Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Today we've just left our camp in the background over there. That's where we spent last night. It was in like a hot springs camp. So what happened when we did that video the other day, saying about how we managed to blag our way into hot springs because they didn't tell us we had to pay? Although that was true, it was actually a bit of a mess up on the organisation part here. So when we got dropped off at that lady's house, which coincidentally is just over there, bye Numa.
Bye, Numa.
We were actually meant to get dropped off at that camp which would have been the second night, but because that got messed up, we ended up getting there yesterday. So we actually had 2 trips to the springs, so it worked out in our favour in the end.
Because it was meant to only be, oh yeah, you do your trek here and then you get to go to the springs in the evening, and then if you want you can go again in the morning before you got to trek all the way back. But we didn't have to do that. We went to the springs, we trekked back, we got to chill, and then we got to come back to the springs. We actually got dropped in the truck because it's how long is it?
It's 10 miles, it's 16 kilometres.
So we got a lift back here, and now we're just trekking back after a nice relaxing whole day at the spa. So
not only relaxing day, the food was immense. I swear, for lunch yesterday, not dinner, but for lunch I had a lamb to myself. It was huge. But obviously I finished it. But so we're just in the shade at the moment. You can tell it's gone a bit dark, but it's morning time. It's currently 9:15, and I don't know if you can make that out on the video. There's frost on the ground. That's why Mel looks like a bit of an alien. But it's nippy. It is nippy.
And to be honest, this is our last bit of trekking around the rural areas of Mongolia. When we get back to Mr. Galandra's house, Galdabra.
This is him coming on the motorbike now.
It'll take a while before he comes into sight.
He's carrying our bags for us on the back of his motorbike.
Yeah, and we have to do the trekking, but you know, it's still cool. It's a nice walk.
We know the way now.
But yeah, when we get back to his, we're gonna have a spot of lunch, give the kids one last lollipop, you know, just to confirm that they'll definitely get gingivitis, and then we're gonna get a lift back to Zerleg, where we get our bus.
Which is 8 hours back to Ulaanbaatar.
Yeah. So I guess this should be a sort of goodbye video as well. So
goodbye to Mongolia.
Yeah.
Next stop, Beijing.
Beijing.
To China, which will be our 10th country.
Indeed.
And we'll be stopping in 3 cities in China. Well, 2 in China and then Hong Kong. And then it'll be Vietnam. Yep. Here's Mr. Gadabra. Hello. We're filming. Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay.
All right.
See you there. So yeah, as you can see, he has our bags on his back, and we'll be making our way there.
So Lorda, what's been your favourite part about Mongolia?
Do you know what? It's actually been living with the locals, because you see a lot of people, they do these sort of things, and it's a local experience. You know, they stay in the gers and things like that. But we've actually stayed with the family. We've lived with them, milked cows and herded the goats and shit like that. It's not just been a show. It's not been put on for us. It's been their way of life, which we've just seeped into. So, yeah. Yeah,
and what's been your least favourite bit of Ulaanbaatar? Not even just Ulaanbaatar, Mongolia, say then.
Least favourite bit of Mongolia. This chilly morning isn't too great.
That's true.
But so far, it's been my favourite piece of the trip. I think it's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Because, like I say, it's been authentic. It's been real.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favourite part?
My favourite part, of course, is the part that I chose, which is the hot springs.
Yeah. So just to clarify, when we was choosing this experience, there was many different ones. I shortlisted 5. I think 4 of them were just like trekking mega far and going to like some cool lakes and like an inactive volcano and stuff. And then Mel chose the one that was hot springs. But then we ended up walking a little bit anyway. but
walking
not
plenty.
that far.
No, it's not that far now. It's because
I think
I've
by the
never...
time we get back to the camp, we'd have done about 40 miles over the 4 or 5
Well,
days.
yeah, that's plenty for me because I've never really trekked before. I'm not a long distancer. I'm a mid distance or a sprinter. It's in my blood. But I feel like I've done all right, and I'm quite used to this trek now. I'm not dreading it. I know I can do it. We even trekked up a hill, even the big hill, and we've got the beautiful views.
So also just to clarify, where the little camp is, I was reading in our book, is 1,690 metres above sea level. So
Ooh.
yeah, it's not too bad actually.
Yeah, not too bad at all. My least favourite...
We're a little bit higher than that right now, that's why we're a
Yeah.
little bit out of breath.
Yeah. My least favourite has probably been, it's a personal thing, the level of cleanliness. Now, obviously, they don't get bugs and colds and stuff like that, but I'm telling you, if I don't wash my rice properly, or if I don't wash a vegetable properly, I'm going to get an upset tummy. And maybe that's because we've conditioned ourselves to be weaklings
Minus sun in there.
and not being able to take these things. But I see the kids rolling around in all the animal muck, and they'll throw their food on the floor and pick it straight back up and eat
yesterday, sorry to interrupt, yesterday, right, we were sat there in the morning, we sat in the gur in the morning, and this cow kept popping his head in the door. So everyone was like shooing him away and stuff. And then their mum went to milk the yaks. Kids were out playing outside, and I was just going to look at the goats and play with the goats. Anyway, come back in, and the cow was just walking around the middle of the gur.
Yeah, because all the kids came out crying. I'm like, oh, they probably just missed their mum. Let them go and walk to their mum. Got back, crying because there's a cow in the bloody gur.
And I'm surprised it even fit through the door. The door's not big. Like, I have to crouch to get in there, for example. But this cow managed to get in.
Yeah.
It was eating all the butter, all the biscuits, all the dried curd stuff they make. And then I came in, told everybody. I was like, oh, the Uni has been walking around. Uni is cow, because I'm fluent now. And they were like, oh, yeah. Just picked everything up off the floor, put it back in the basket, and put it on the top of the unit again.
Yeah. So then I'm like, okay, I don't want to eat anything from here again because the cow's been eating, you know, hanging around in his own turds and stuff like that. But it doesn't bother them, and they don't get sick
care.
and stuff like that. But you know, it's my own level of cleanliness that I like to keep, and you know that I can tell they're trying to potty train the baby, but you know, in potty training,
It's
that
not
everybody
potty
does
training. It's not potty training. What they do is they put some trousers on her. She poos or pees herself, and then they just put some new trousers on.
Yeah, but I can't knock it too much because that's how you are supposed to potty train at home when you're with the kid, and you're supposed to be checking their bum and watching their face because when they're gonna have a poo, you know about it.
She pooed to bed.
She pooed in their sleep, so what can you do about that? It's not really much, but other than that, I do see them checking a lot to see when she's gonna poo, and maybe that's how they get their kids potty trained quickly. But it just meant that there would be long periods of time in between when mum's milking the yak. If we weren't there, who's changing the baby out of the wet trousers? So how's she not catching a cold in her coochie? That's what I want to know. Because she's walking around barefoot when there's frost on the ground, when there's morning dew. So that's just me, but they seem fine. They're happy. They're clean. Yeah, they get colds, but like normal kids do. But, you know, it just kind of made me, as a nurse, feel a bit, oh. And I've been using my hand gel like crazy. My hands are as dry as anything. But then I just had the hot spring spa, didn't I? So
Yeah, it was
I
good.
feel revitalised now. I'm good to go.
Not only that, we also managed to have a shower there. There was proper toilets. Yeah, it was good stuff.
Excellent stuff.
It was good stuff, and it was quite nice to have on our last day. So we had a few nights of staying with the family, and then we had, then we had that. So it was good. It was a nice end. So it's just the 8-hour bus we've got to look forward to now.
It's alright, we can play a bit of I Spy, and we started a new game that instead of playing Eddie Punch, we play Golfer Punch, but I don't know if
So every time you see a gopher, you got to punch someone, you got to punch the other one.
Well, it was more of a nudge because we don't know how the UB people feel about violence towards each other, so
We'll just wait until in private and then I'll beat her up.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. Anyways,
But until then, until we get that, we got all this beautiful scenery to walk through. It's it really is a nice walk. Apparently in those woods over there, there's wolves. We were walking here the other day, and they literally just set us off in our own direction, didn't tell us where to go. But luckily there was this British guy that was riding a horse on the way by, and he says, "Oh, you're going to the springs?" He says, "Yeah." He says, "Oh, keep going down that way and go to the right. It's more scenic, but there might be some wolves in the woods." I was like, "Oh, nice one, cheers, buddy." So yeah, there's wolves over there apparently, but we haven't actually seen any, and we've walked this route a few times now, so I think we'll be okay. Yeah, say goodbye, Mel.
Goodbye, Mel.
Smart ass.